Good afternoon. It is Friday. I'm recording this video on the back of the last video because I'm having a productive week. In this video, I am going to do this, but without faking it. So this is my lower kitchen cabinet doors. They are not bolted, they're not screwed in, the hinges aren't fit, but the two bits of wood are placed in precariously so I can see what it looks like. So today we're gonna get these cabinet doors put in. It is kind of chaotic in here right now because I've got the grid on, my inverter is going crazy, taking a bunch of juice, so that's the noise that you can probably hear in the background. But this is one of the last things that I'm doing for my kitchen is these two cabinet doors. The one thing I'm very happy about is the fact that these doors actually fit the space, because I thought I was going to have to do a lot of sanding, but it seems like they fit. Now, they are very precariously held in, as you'll be able to see now. What I'm doing today is I'm getting my cabinet doors put on. Then after that, I'm going to find out how much room the hinges take, and then I'm going to screw this in properly. So I've been using these hinges a lot from Home Depot. Pretty much all my cabinet doors use these hinges. I bought the same hinges from Amazon, but yeah, these are just soft close hinges that allow you to have the door inset. So I've used these before, I'm familiar with the way that they work, so it should be fairly simple, but it rarely is when I do things. So it's probably going to take a couple of attempts. So let's see how it goes, and let's see if I can get these done today. That would make this week one of the most productive weeks for the van in a long time. So let's see. Screwed the hinges on. I'm kind of going to eyeball it. That's what I did for all the other cabinets. I kind of eyeballed how to attach them to the actual cupboard. So on the other cabinet, I had just under 3/4 of an inch. The brackets needed to be inset just under 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to do the same here. Basically, I'm going to measure 3/4 of an inch in, and then I'm going to screw them in. That's the way I did it last time, and it seemed to work every single time. That's what I'm going to do. I think it's technically half an inch plus 4 millimeters. So whatever that is, that's the distance I need to do. And then I'm going to pre-screw the screw in. And then I'll put in 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, just to make sure that it does close properly. And we'll take it from there. That's the way I'm going to do it, I think. And these are going to be 7 inches from the top. No, I'll just eyeball it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to eyeball it. So here's my plan. Okay, so here's the way I'm going to do it, and we're going to find out at the end of the video whether this actually works or not. I'm going to push this door all the way in, and I'm going to eyeball the very top of where the door is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pencil in the line for the hinge. Same on this one. Same on this one. This This is how we end up with wonky doors, basically. Okay, 3/4 and a just, what did I say, just under 3/4? Let's use the straight edge. Because then we can actually get the line right. So let's just do this all the way across. And then we're going to measure. Let's bring you in so you can actually see what I'm doing here. If you're watching this channel to learn how to do this stuff, don't learn from me. Do not learn from me, because I do everything terribly. Okay, so I need to do 4 3/4. So it needs to be, there's 3/4. I'm going to do the same here. 4 1/4, half, 3/4 there. And then we're going to do the same on the bottom. Let me clear out this cabinet. So I'm going to do 3/4 inset on here. One, two, three. That's 3/4, and then 3/4 inset on here. Okay, so I think we kind of got it. Then what we're going to do is pull this in on the measurements that we have, and just kind of, what's the best way of doing this? Perfect. Fucking hell. Perfect height. Literally perfect height. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. So definitely got the markings wrong, but we figured it out. See, this is why I eyeball it, because when it comes to measurements, I always get something wrong and I screw it up, but when I eyeball it, it's not the most accurate, but it gets done. So, let's figure this out. Okay. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. Holy shit! Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm extremely harsh on myself. Constantly. Self-deprecate a lot. But I'm gonna give myself credit right now that I absolutely fucking nailed this. And 99% nailed this. So this door, there's less than 1 millimeter space at the top, at the bottom. There's probably 2 millimeter space at the top. Less than 1 millimeter space on here, and less than 1 millimeter space down here. For what it's worth, this is, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm extremely, extremely happy with it. It does close by itself slowly with these hinges. Fucking slowly. Either way, happy with that one. Can I do it a second time? Probably not. Probably not. But doing it once is an achievement, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back all day for it. Okay, let's go. Look, I know it's only a cabinet door. I know that. This is not the Mona Lisa here. Sometimes you just gotta take your wins when they appear. Okay. First cabinet door. Works. Okay, beautiful. Now it's time to do the other one. I just did it off camera just because I was charging the camera up. So I did the other door. Same as last time, it kind of doesn't fully close because I need to do some trimming, but it does close. But yeah, it's not 100%. So I need to figure that out a little bit. I could probably move, I don't know. The right door is definitely not exact, let's put it that way. So I need to relook at that. But it does close. That's the most important thing. It does close, just scraping at the bottom. So the door's at least done. I've gotten some wood out of my way in the truck. It definitely needs adjustment. But next up is adding handles to it and screwing in my drawers, which is something that I'll probably do right now. Hi, I'm not too sure where I'm going to put this in my videos at all, but just to let you know that this is underneath my kitchen cabinets, and I have inserted these drawers fully. I've attached my cabinet doors on wonderfully, totally professionally, definitely in no way janky. And the next thing is I've built, oh, as you can see, this is falling apart. I built this basically 2-tier little basket pull-out thing. You can see my face. Little pull-out basket thing to put kitchen stuff on. It's a little bit wobbly. I think I need to tighten some of the screws. Perfect. So yeah, so these baskets just click in to the unit and you can just pull them out. Right now what I'm going to do is I am going to screw it in and screw it in to the actual floor of my cabinet. There you have it. Pretty simple, easy. I've got my cooktop in the back. I've got my air fryer on the bottom here at the front. Then I have my portable range hood here. Hi. And then I have my, what's it fucking called? Then I have my Instapot at the top of the back. So it's holding quite a lot of weight, which is pretty good. Let's make sure that it actually closes. Yeah, it actually closes. So it actually closes, that's also good. I definitely feel that these could potentially come out. I'm not too bothered about the up and down, especially on the bottom, but I do feel like they could spring out easily. So I'm gonna put a magnet here at the bottom, so that the doors, or so actually no, probably a magnet at the top, just so that the doors stay closed. And if it does swing out here, then it's just going to hit the door. That's my next plan. But yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I think this is a really unattractive angle. pretty happy. My lower cabinets are done in my kitchen. I'm definitely happy with the way this turned out. I've obviously got more space here. Maybe I'll even put a whole just separate drawer space on top, just to take advantage of that. Maybe I can do some hanging baskets underneath that can pull out, something simple like that. But yeah, my lower cabinet is done for now in my kitchen. So that's it. There you go. Thank you for joining me. For now, I'm clocking out.